Welcome in, everybody. It's Farmin FriYay. I'm Devin O'Day, and we got bunches of stuff going on. It is a lot of moisture in the air, guys. Lots of moisture in the air. So my hair is kind of crazy. My hair gets bigger the moisture it is outside. There's a lot of rain and a lot of humidity. Whoo! But you know what? It's all good. It's all good. I hope you guys have a great weekend planned. We have got all sorts of stuff on this show. We're going to talk electric vehicles. We're going to talk. The Hope Show is coming on a little bit later. We're going to visit with Gene Garcia at Adult and Teen Challenge. And we're also going to talk how to keep things in your refrigerator fresher, longer, and where to store them in the right places for the right things with my friend Tammy Allgood for Pick Tennessee. But first, we're going to bring you our business spotlight brought to you by the Nashville Predators.
Hockey in Music City just hits different. It's one big honky-tonk party. It's the sea of gold in the crowd. The goals, the saves, the celebrations. It's an experience like no other. Don't miss a minute of the action this season. Visit NashvillePredators.com/tickets to get your seats today. That's NashvillePredators.com/tickets. And we'll see you at Brimstone Arena.
Hey, we're here. It is a new year, and I'm here with Gene Garcia from Adult and Teen Challenge. God bless you, Gene. Your work is important in this world. And it's a new year, and we've got a new focus, and God has laid a mission on your heart.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all the viewers. Yeah, the mission is to get in front of more people who are hurting. And, this is the Hope Show. Share with them my story and share about them the hope that I have in Jesus so they can get hope and get off the dope. And,
I love it. I love it. Gene has quite the story, and he shares it on our show. This is the Hope Show, and it is our segment brought to us by the Experience Church in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Adult and Teen Challenge has been around across the nation since when? Do you know the time when it started? Gosh,
I think it's been over 60 years. I know Heartland Adult and Teen Challenge is celebrating 50 years this year. We had our 50-year anniversary. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. That's just amazing. And, there are people. Do you know how many people have graduated from your program over the?
I don't have an exact number. I'd be lying if I guessed, but
yeah,
I know it's a lot.
It is a lot. And what I love about it, it really is a ministry, and it's affordable addiction recovery that is Christ-centered. And that's the thing that gives you the free indeed part.
That's right.
Free indeed offers something that is just a little bit more than some programs will say you're going to be sick for the rest of your life. This program says you can be free indeed. And I love that promise. I love that promise. It's everything. It's not just a little bit more. It's everything, isn't it?
Yeah. And what I love about this program is people learn how, like you said, the scriptures say who the Son sets free is free indeed. But at the program, they learn how to stay free. They get tools to help them to stay free. So when things are happening, when struggles are happening, when they feel like they want to give up or they feel despair, they learn how there's power in the name of Jesus. They learn how to call on Jesus and not to trust and rely on themselves, but trust and rely on the creator of heaven and earth that has all power. He's all known. He's everywhere at once. Like yesterday, I was having a really rough day, if I could be transparent, and I didn't even feel born again. I was just like, man, oh. And then, after, doing some ministry work yesterday, I was happy to be home. And then I was, put on a movie, and I'm just like, man, I'm trying to even getting back into that block out, what I was going through. And, I believe the Lord was telling me, worship me, sing to me. So, I got my laundry out and I just started singing to him, and I started praising him. And there was a shift in the atmosphere, a shift in my attitude. And these are the things that I learned when I was in the program. In James, it talks about in the Bible, submit to God, resist the devil, and he'll flee from you. But the whole thing is submitting.
Oh, that is beautiful. That'll preach, as they say. And we bring that up because there are a lot of churches this time of year that do not have a recovery program. A lot of churches, they're not specialists in it, but they have people in their congregation that need help. Some they know about, some they don't. But if you're able to come to a church or to a homeless ministry or even go into the jail, let's talk about what that entails, about having you come to speak to a group.
Yeah. So, I'm all for it. That's one of my heartbeats. I love getting in front of people and giving them hope, because I was the spectator. I was the one sitting in the chair and watching, listening to the lies of the enemy, saying, who's this person? There ain't no way in the world I could get out of this life. I'm always going to be stuck that way. But then you hear the testimonies and it encouraged me. So yeah, I would love to go to a church. Like you said, I'm happy you brought it up. There's a lot of people who are addicted in the churches, and some people who are there aren't equipped to handle that. And, at times, they mean well and they're trying to help the people, but then they end up enabling them and putting them in a worse state. So I would love to get in front of their church and speak. And there's been countless times where someone came up to me at the end, or quite a few people, and they're telling me about the struggle. I never told anyone this, or I told this one person, or by the way, I'm on this right now, but I've been struggling. And, so many different people that won't even tell their pastor, but then they hear my story, and, that shame and that embarrassment starts to go away.
I'm going to bring this up because I feel like it's a spirit-led thing. I have a friend, and I'm not going to say who it is, but has been in gospel music for a long time, went into the hospital for a heart procedure.
Mm.
And the drugs that were given for pain after the heart procedure became addictive almost immediately. And it happened and took down this person who was a believer and whatever. And it was hard to fight without the tools given in this program. If you're looking for a Christ-based program, I think it starts with having Gene come and speak to your church or organization. And when I say homeless ministries, there are a great deal of people who are our unhoused community, no shade, but some are there because of addiction issues.
Oh, yeah.
Because it takes over your life and you lose a great deal. So let's talk about why this program is good for the people in the unhoused community and why it's different from some of the other programs.
Well, with us, well, if someone's really interested and they really want help, and, I'm going to do my best to get them a scholarship to get them into the program at no cost. Obviously they're going to have to show me that they really want it. They're not playing games. And like they say, looking for 3 hots and a cot. They got to be willing to do the program, and they really going to want to change because, we have to protect our population that's there also. But, in 2019, there was a study done by Evangel University on adult and teen challenges, and this could be found online in the United States. And they found the success rate was 78%. And that's because of God's in it.
78%. In the recovery community, you guys, that is a huge success rate. And I want to bring up jails before we get out of here, because you can go in, and there are a lot of people right now who has a loved one that is incarcerated because of drugs or alcohol. That's the precursor. That's the deal. What kind of things can Adult and Teen Challenge do for that person?
Well, recidivism is, offenders going back and keep doing the same thing and keep going back to jail. And, I'm paraphrasing what the definition is. So that brings that rate down, because there's been times where, I helped a guy get court ordered, or I help a guy comes to the program and he doesn't get court ordered. He gets released to the program, and then they don't show up, and then they end up going back. And you see a lot of that. But then when someone's court ordered, I feel there's less of that. Because, so we work with the jails. They can either come when they're released or they can get court ordered. For the most part, we ask for them to be court ordered, so it gives them motivation to stay in the program, and then, they can get that change. So we work with many different jails: Rutherford County Jail, Davidson County Jail, Bedford County Jail, Fayette County Jail, so many different jails. We have our information in the jail. So I encourage you, if you know someone who's incarcerated, and please have them call too. That doesn't mean it's over. It's not over till it's over. God has the last say.
Amen. Amen. Well, let Gene have his say with your congregation right now. The number is 833-462-8286. And you can travel, you can go, because anybody from around the state, any outside the state, if you want to be part of this program, just call Gene. And with a willing heart, God can make a change. That's all he asks.
One more thing, if I could chime in too, another vision that was there is, we're believing for a different building and a team of individuals who can help with that. But, we're nonprofit. We have to raise all of our funds. So if anyone feels led in their heart, to donate a building, and we just need like 4 office spaces, nothing big, nothing extravagant. That also would be a great blessing to us. And it also is a tax write-off.
And you're looking for a building in Murfreesboro?
I'm happy you said that. Yeah. Murfreesboro would be wonderful.
Yeah, because Dubuque, Iowa probably would not help you, but
but they could buy one in Murfreesboro from there.
There you go. There you go. If you would like to be part of this vision and help Adult and Teen Challenge, the Heartland Group is in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Clarksville, and Memphis. They have programs, but the home base is Murfreesboro, and Gene is at the helm there. 833-462-8286. And again, thank you to Experience Church for bringing us this program. Gene, it's always good to have you.
You too.
Thank you so much. Well, It's the Hope Show, and we got a new closed and a new open. So we're going to play that, and we'll see you next month.
Bring on the fire, bring on the rain. Nothing can take you down. Crashing like thunder, steel in your veins. Nothing can take you down.
Proper storage in your refrigerator makes everything stay fresher longer. Let's look at where it needs to go. First of all, let's look at dairy products. If you've got items like milk, buttermilk, those can go in the door as long as there is this cover to keep it nice and cold. So it only goes in the door if you've got the cover. The same thing for butter. It's perfect here as long as there is a cover, because this area is the amount that gets warmed the fastest. That's the reason we like to put condiments in the door, because they can handle the fluctuation in temperature as someone is standing there. Now let's look on the inside of the refrigerator. Obviously your crisper drawers are perfect for fruits and vegetables. Just make sure you've got vegetables on one side, fruits on the other. If you've got a drawer such as this one at the bottom, this is a great place for cheeses. So any kind of cheese products go wonderfully here, because again, this stays nice and cold and has an even temperature. In the rest of your refrigerator, you're pretty much at your own leisure as far as putting things and adjusting shelves where they need to be. The main thing is keeping your eggs covered. They can go in the door or they can go inside the refrigerator. They just need to be covered. Now, let's think about our temperature. Most refrigerators and freezers are on a number scale, but we have no idea what the number 4 means. So an important thing is to have a refrigerator thermometer that you just leave in there, and you want to make sure that your refrigerator is 40 degrees or below.
Walmart Supply Chain is hiring in Lebanon. Earn up to $22.25 an hour when you join our new fulfillment center. Enjoy competitive pay and premium perks, including 100% paid college tuition, 401k match, flexible schedules, a free Walmart Plus membership that includes discounts, and free Paramount Plus, paid time off, and so much more. Fulfilling work starts right here. Text JOIN to 240-240. That's JOIN 240-240 to apply now. Well, we have a segment we do every day called the Daily Giggle, and they're always so cute. And 50Forward brings us our Daily Giggle. They're an organization, a nonprofit here in Middle Tennessee with offices all around that help people over the age of 50 enjoy life and do things together and ignite by having social activities and social interaction. It's a fabulous place, affordable, and just such a wonderful organization to be a part of. If you've got if you have a parent who's over the age of 50 and you want to encourage them to be part of something very, very cool, 50forward.org. You can go to their new initiative, allofus.org/50forward. To find out more information, just go there. They bring you today's Daily Giggle.
Y'all think Dylan is such a nice little girl, and this is why she stay her butt in time out. Dylan, I know you did not pull a chip from underneath your shirt.
Yeah.
That is beyond greedy. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Give me that.
I'm going to play that one more time. Dylan, you did not pull a chip out from under your shirt. And she said, yeah. It's like you could eat that. Yeah. Watch it one more time.
Y'all think Dylan is such a nice little girl, and this is why she stay her butt in time out. Dylan, I know you did not pull a chip from underneath your shirt.
Yeah.
That is beyond greedy. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Give me that.
I watched that a whole bunch of times. You know, getting that daily giggle is so important. And part of 50 Forward is to get the people who are part in participating in their events to get out of the dark times. That's what they're for.
When I was going through a really difficult time in my life, as we all do, I found that one of the things that helped me was volunteering. It actually happened by accident. I found out about an organization in Chicago called HOME. It stands for Housing Opportunities and Maintenance for the Elderly. They had a 90-year-old woman who was depressed, and she wanted somebody to keep her company, to read a book.
The best of Broadway.
When I was going through a really difficult time in my life, as we all do, I found that one of the things that helped me was volunteering. It actually happened by accident. I found out about an organization in Chicago called HOME. It stands for Housing Opportunities and Maintenance for the Elderly. They had a 90-year-old woman who was depressed, and she wanted somebody to keep her company, to read a book to her, play a game with her, maybe take her for a ride. And I thought, well, I could do that. You see, at that time I felt very worthless. I felt like I had nothing of value to offer anyone. The first day I met Jerry Franklin literally changed the way I looked at everything. Jerry was always so happy to see me. Every time I went to visit her, she would reach out her arms and give me this great big hug. She even called me her angel. It didn't take long before I didn't feel so worthless anymore. I really felt like somebody was anxious to see me. Somebody really wanted to spend time with me. And little by little, it helped to turn my life around. Unfortunately, Jerry passed away, and she's no longer with us. But I can tell you, during those years we spent together, I believe she gave far more to me than I ever gave to her. And volunteering has really made a huge difference in my life.
This holiday season, the largest lantern event in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. After sunset, come see more than 1,000 Chinese lanterns. All new designs including mythical beasts, a fantastical North Pole village, even a dragon soaring over your head. Welcome back to Zoo Illumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
Hello, I'm Neil Delk. I'm president of the Maury County Farm Bureau. I'm happy to be here today to introduce our Young Farmer of the Year, Mr. Brent Worley, his wife Jessica, Eugene, Evelyn, and Emerson.
The farm as it is now was originally purchased in 1836 by my great-great-great-grandfather. My grandfather was probably the one driving force in really expanding the farm in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. And then my father and uncle both expanded the farm in the 80s and 90s, and I've had an opportunity to expand a little bit more in the 2020s. Today we have a row crop portion, about 400 acres, which is corn, soybeans, and wheat rotation. 1/3 of that will be in corn, 1/3 in full season soybeans, and 1/3 in a double crop wheat and soybean rotation. We also have stocker cattle. We purchase them from local stockyards in the fall and winter, and then I'll raise them to be 825 to 850 pounds and sell them as tractor trailer loads through the Lower Middle Tennessee Cattle Association's video board sale. My winter feed will be stockpiled pasture, and I plant 60 acres of rye for winter grazing, I'm planning on expanding that. The corn will be sold to Tennessee Valley Commodities in Lawrenceburg, their local elevator. The beans will all go to Bungie in Decatur, Alabama, and they'll be crushed for oil, and then the cake will be sold for cattle feed. Wheat, my sons will also go to Tennessee Valley Commodities. This year, the main reason I'm growing so little is because I have neighbors and colleagues that will usually buy wheat for me for hay or winter pasture. So I wanted to have some for them to come and get if they wanted that. And the rye is mostly for my own use and cover crop, but also just a couple of neighbors that will buy cover crop seed for me. For me, it's a passion. It's the only way to find fulfillment for me, I guess, is to constantly be busy growing something or working on something. It's the best way I know to honor my father and my grandfather, all the work they did growing the farm. Anything I can do to keep it going and introduce the kids so they can keep it going, and we'll be here for a long ride.
What's up, little man? What are you selling?
Candy bars from my basketball team.
How much are one of the bars?
Oh, how much the bars cost?
Yeah.
1 for 5, 2 for 10, 3 for 20, and 6 for 40.
I don't have any money on me right now. Can I actually get one of the bars and come back in like 5 minutes? By any chance?
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What's your favorite flavor?
Milk chocolate.
Is that milk chocolate one?
Yes.
Oh, it's okay. Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. What's your name?
Travion.
I'm Zach. Nice to meet you, bro. So actually, I have my wallet on me right now, and you can actually have the bar back, bro. What I have for you? 500 cash, man.
Really?
Yes, sir.
I never had this much money.
Can I give you a hug by any chance?
Huh?
Love
Yes.
you.
Do you want to hang out the chocolate bars for free?
To some strangers?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that one hit me right in my heart. Did it you? This little kid, I've never seen that much money. And do you want to come with me and hand these out for free? And he found the unhoused community and the homeless people and gifted them. I mean, he could have taken those bars for himself. He could have taken them to his friends. He could have done a lot of things, or he could have sold them again and made even more money. But no, it's like, you want to come with me and hand out these for free? Let that be your heart as you go into your weekend. I'm Devin O'Day, and I join you here every weekday, and it's so good to have you guys joining me. You follow, you subscribe, you share, whether you're on YouTube or LinkedIn or Twitter. You follow my Devin O'Day pages, or you're any of the Main Street pages. I am so glad that you're part of what we do. Be safe, everybody, as you drive and go and enjoy each other. Be kind to each other, like that little boy, Travion. And I want to encourage you to always remember that you are loved, because when you know that you're loved, you treat every day just a little bit more special. Have a great weekend.
We are home, we are family, we are things to do and place to see. Mom and pops, local grown, small business Saturdays. We are Main Street, Main Street, Main Street. We are your Main Street today.